Hi, everyone. Welcome to everyone on this beautiful midpoint of the Women's Tele Summit, the Mystic Lotus Awesome Women's Tele Summit. So lovely to talk about this topic today because this is something really special. I wanted to start off actually by asking you guys, have you ever wondered, when you visit certain temples or churches, or certain spiritual places, why you feel something strong inside you? Yeah, it's almost like someone's quietly beating a drum inside your heart. It's going boom, 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 boom. Or when you are house hunting and you walk into an empty flat and it immediately strikes a familiar chord with you. Yeah, or like when you meet someone and you click right away. It's like that. It's that energetic and emotional connection we have with certain spaces. Did you know that you could tap into this to achieve your desires or even solve like day-to-day problems? We're going to be exploring all of this on today's call. Our speaker today, Ektaa Rajani, has been exploring this world of healing and sciences since the age of 16. She's a Reiki and Access Consciousness practitioner and holds a bachelor's and master's degree in Vastu science and is trained as a graphic designer by profession. She combined her artistic talents and her knowledge of Vastu to build 4 temples in India and Portugal. And today, she's here to tell us all about connecting to the spaces we inhabit, our homes, our body, and our mind. And most importantly, how connecting with them enables these spaces to contribute to our lives in tangible ways. Yeah. It's like you had this best friend all along, but you never spoke to her or asked her to help you out with things. So join me in welcoming the very wonderful Ektaa Rajani to the Mystic Lotus Awesome Women's Tele Summit. Ekta, big hug, big warm hug to you.
Big warm hug to you. Oh my God, Ruchira, you have put everything that we have been talking for the past month in such beautiful words. Thank you for that lovely introduction. It really does feel like a warm hug. I I'm absolutely thrilled to be here, and the Mystic Lotus team has been nothing but warm and supportive throughout this journey. Thank you so much.
Oh, pleasure. Ekta, before we get into Vastu,
Yeah.
I'm curious about something. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you get into, the study of energy? How did you get into the healing sciences? You're so young.
So actually, my journey began when I was a kid. Like my father has been a healer ever since I was 4 years old.
Okay.
So I have seen magic happening as a kid, like his slip disc disappearing overnight.
Wow.
Uh, yeah, like the most amazing things. Like we as kids would have so much fun. Everything we would be like, Dad, can you fix this? Can you fix that? And the things would shift so fast, and it has been such a integral part of our lives that it it doesn't seem like out of the ordinary for us,
Hmm.
right? Like having that magic growing up and seeing things shift,
Yeah.
change, and solutions popping up, miracles happening overnight. Oh, Dad, give us Reiki, and you'll not believe it. We asked Reiki for our board exams and just
Oh,
generally exams. Like I wrote the wrong essay in 10th grade, and I
oh my
still
God.
25 marks. That's a huge chunk,
Yeah.
right? And I got beautiful marks. It
Wow.
didn't pull down my grades at all.
Oh my
So
gosh.
so we have seen magic so much as kids that it was an obvious choice when he was like, I think y'all are now grown up, and I think, y'all should have this magic in your life, and for y'all to be able to do it yourself rather than going like, Papa, do this for me, Papa, do that for
Hmm.
me, right? So it was a natural progression. So when I was 16 and my sister was 14,
Mhm.
we went to his master
Oh.
and we learned from her. And she lives in the middle of the jungle, mystical land. And we learned it and we created magic. It was
Lovely.
absolute magic. We wished to see a tiger in the jungle. We saw a tiger. We prayed for it to rain like cats and dogs. It rained cats and dogs. So we were kids with like a magic wand, just going around like, you know, tap 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 tap, and just creating so much magic. And what happened was I would get people into this. I would be like, okay, you know, everyone needs to see this magic. I would talk to my friends, get them to my dad's classes, heal them. And it was so much fun and it was so much joy. And when I started my graphic design business, my dad attended this talk by Dr. Jessie Mercier. She's an American who had come down to India.
Mm-hmm.
And my Reiki master had actually arranged the entire talk because she was like, I went to her temples in the US and I have not seen magic like this. Now, if my Reiki master, who has been doing magic all her life, says that she has not seen magic like this, there's of
Yeah.
course something very magical about this. And he attended it in he attended the talk, so did I. He took up the course, and then 6 months into it, he was like, this requires ungodly amounts of dedication. It is so good, but it requires so much dedication, so much deep understanding of the science that I can't devote this kind of time to it. And I was intrigued. I was like, okay, this is cool. Like, he is finding this hard. Like,
Yeah.
you know, there's very little that we have seen him find, things hard. So I was like, okay, let me take a look at it. And then I got this bright idea. Being a Sindhi, having a Sindhi buddhi, I was like, what if I took the Vastu science and my graphic design business, and what if I created, Vastu logos and
Mm-hmm.
Vastu websites? And I actually went into it not knowing what he was saying was actually so true. I just went at it. I was like, okay, I'm going to create something magical of my own,
Mm.
blend the two and create magic. And I got into it. And literally 10 days into it, we started building our first temple.
Wow.
And then, like, not even 10 more days after that, we were building the second temple. And then I saw what he meant, how it required ungodly amounts of dedication, because the precision, the maths, the everything that they use to build these temples is insane. And you need to be so focused that and you need to have such a trained eye, and you also have to feel the energy. You'll know automatically when things are off and when things are like perfect. So you had to have this inner training that took some time, right? But because I had it fast, like one temple after another, and literally within 4 months of building the first two temple, I built my very own temple in which I was like a junior consultant. So I handled everything from the design to like the construction and overseeing it. And that experience was something else. Like, I understood how beautiful the science is, how temples actually have that divine energy and that divine presence, how it is created, and how we sort of take the energy and sort of confine it and build spaces that vibrate with this beautiful divine energy. And after that, there was no looking back. Like, I did my bachelor's and then I did my master's. I have even designed a 30-acre township. So it's on paper, we're looking for land. So that, and then I got the opportunity to help a friend build her temple in Portugal.
How lovely.
So yeah, it's
I'm gonna
been,
actually see some pictures of these. Can I
yeah.
just request Shilpa to share these? You're going to see the beautiful structures that Ekta has helped build.
So this was the very first project. In this, I helped like in the markings. I was a student just learning,
Hmm.
the ropes of this science. And this
Okay.
was built by experts, but like the initial foundation and everything was done by us students.
Wow. And this was like while you were still in the course, you were still learning.
Yes, 10 days into the course.
Can we see the others as well, Shilpa?
Yeah,
What?
this is the same temple, but it's the insides of it.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
this is my temple here in Bangalore.
ah,
Yeah, so and that's the roof of it.
so Ekta, tell us a little bit in terms of, you spoke about in our conversations as well earlier, you spoke about this really, really unique approach to Vastu that you have.
Yeah.
Can you share a little bit about that?
So
I
actually,
can see that, like I can see that in the temples as well. Like I can see how you apply. This is not the usual application of Vastu that we know.
yeah. So actually, if we dig a little deeper, we
Hmm.
will, and if we pull up the meaning of the word Vastu from the Shastras, right?
Hmm.
Vas means to shine and to enter into,
Oh, okay.
right? And it means essence, right?
Okay.
So, and so there's Vastu and there's Vastu, and they have two totally different meanings. And Vastu means to make firm and to assume the appearance of matter, right? So,
Okay.
Vastu actually refers to the subtle energy that's shining, the cosmic energy. It's
So Vastu is the energy that resides in Vastu. Is that how we would understand?
Yes, exactly. Oh my God, that's the perfect way of describing it. And Vastu is the more gross energy, the more material energy, matter,
Okay.
right? So the energy of the earth, the energy of homes,
Hmm.
the energy that we have is Vastu. So
Oh,
it's more manifest. It has a physical form, whereas the energy of the cosmos is more subtle, more undefinable, intangible,
okay. Okay. So,
right?
so Ekta, like I said, when you walk into certain temples or you walk into a certain, when you're house hunting, and you walk into a flat and you have that sense, that energy that you connect with, that is Vastu.
Yes, that
Okay.
is Vastu.
And the flat itself or the temple itself will be Vastu, will be
Yes,
representative of Vastu.
Vastu. Yeah,
Because it's the holder. It's what holds
container.
it's the container.
It's a
Ah,
container. Yeah, so
okay.
make firm. So actually, Albert Einstein, if we look at what he has to say about energy,
Hmm.
he's like, there is no such thing as matter. We have all been wrong. It's matter is basically energy vibrating at a frequency so low so that it gives the appearance of matter. There is no such thing as
Oh,
matter.
oh, that is incredible. Oh, that's
Yeah.
really incredible.
So everything is energy. The chair you're sitting on is energy. The laptop is energy. Everything is energy that's vibrating at different frequencies. So liquid is also energy, but it's vibrating at a frequency that makes it look liquid.
Hmm.
Gas is also energy, but it's vibrating at a frequency that makes it, not visible to the eye.
Hmm.
Right? So everything is energy.
That's incredible, and that's why you talk about Vastu in a very different way, Ekta, from what like I've always encountered. I've always encountered it in the context of, oh, your kitchen should be in this direction, or oh, you shouldn't have that door over there, or oh, you need a door over there. You need to break that wall.
Yeah.
I've always seen it in that sort of context.
Yeah, so actually, Vastu is the manifestation process of energy to matter. And what we have misunderstood Vastu to be or Vastu to be is breaking walls.
Yeah.
Right? Like the
Yeah.
first thing that comes into people's minds these days when you talk about Vastu is like, oh my God, you know, if I get a Vastu consultant into my house, I'm definitely having to, I got to break stuff, right? I got to break walls. Ruchira, are you frozen?
Yeah, I think she's frozen. Let's wait for her for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Ekta, in the meanwhile, I would like to ask you a question. I was just curious. When
Sure.
you said you build temples, what
Yeah.
do you mean by that? How,
Sorry, I didn't get you.
when you said earlier that you build temples, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What exactly did you do? What do you mean when you say you build temples?
So I designed the temples using certain sacred measurements, such that you know the energy of the earth and the energy of the cosmos can flow into these spaces and create harmony within that space. So
Beautiful.
these spaces are designed keeping the rules of the manifestation of energy to matter in mind. And it sounds complicated, but it's actually really simple to achieve.
Yeah, for
It's,
you, right?
sorry?
It's easy for you to achieve. That's why we need to come to you, right?
Yeah. I think it's easy for everyone to tap into that energy. A construction is a totally different ball game altogether, but in terms of tapping into that energy of Vastu, it's really easy. It's we are actually energy, like we just spoke about 2 minutes ago, like we
Yeah.
are energy, and we have the ability to perceive all energies around us. And when we enter a temple, we're able to perceive the energies of the earth and the energies of the cosmos. It's sort of louder, it's there in all spaces, in your homes, in your offices, in your garage, in your, I don't know, shed, in your car, you name it, any space that's confined, right, using boundaries or walls or say metal, right, has a vibration and has an energy. And we can easily tap into that energy because we are energy and we can perceive all of this energy, the information that is, you know, being sent our way.
You know, I don't know if it's easy or not, but you're making it sound so beautiful, you know. We really want to explore more.
Uh, I
Please
am,
just, yeah, we got a lot
Hi.
of
Sorry.
comments. Oh, Ruchira is here.
Yes.
yes.
Well, thank you so much. My goodness, my Wi-Fi just went off, and for some reason, it was not. I was trying to switch to the hotspot, and it was taking a little bit of time. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
No, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Thanks, Shilpa. I missed that last bit that you said, Ekta.
I don't know where I left off, unfortunately. Yeah, we were talking about how when we think of a Vastu consultant or when we think of Vastu or
Hmm.
getting our house Vastu compliant, the first thing that our mind goes to is, oh my God, I have to break walls,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Or
yeah.
I have to place my stove in a particular direction. I have to have the puja room in a particular direction.
Hmm.
Some people are even advised to not use certain bathrooms because it drains the money flow,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
people are told to move like their cupboard or something heavy
Yes.
into the corner.
Yeah.
And because that will stabilize the energy in that space. So Vasu has come to mean a whole bunch of things. It's like people are even going to the extent of thinking that the Vasu of my house will get corrected if I paint my wall red color. Right?
Yeah.
If I paint it red color, I will get the energy of, say, power or manifestation
Yeah.
or something, and the Vastu of my house is going to get fixed.
Hmm.
But fundamentally, Vastu refers to the energy of that space. And the energy of the space can't be fixed in just by these minor physical changes, right? These changes can contribute to some shifts, but it is not rectifying the energy as such.
So,
That
Ekta, sorry to interrupt. Where does this concept that you're talking about? Where does this originate? What's the source and what's the evidence of this this approach to Vastu?
Actually, the science is over 10,000 years old, and the father of the science is Mamuni Mayan. And the reason I bring him up is he has been mentioned in the Mahabharata, and he was an architect. And he built the Maya Sabha and the city of Dwarka.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Of course, I remember the Maya Sabha. I didn't remember that he's the architect of Dwarka as well.
Yeah, and his daughter was Mandodari, right? And he was a sage that lived in South India 10,000 years ago. But Mahabharata happened only 5,000 years ago.
Yeah,
right?
That's right. That's right.
So he knew, right? People back then knew, and he knew that humans are going to enter into the Kali Yuga. Right? And Kali Yuga is basically when humans are not in alignment with themselves. Things are going to go astray. There's going to be rape. There's going to be a whole bunch of different things that are going to play out as part of Kali Yuga. And he created this science using the principle of energy converting to matter. He understood that. And he wrote the Pranava Veda. Right? He wrote the Pranava Veda, he wrote the Surya Siddhanta. He wrote books on astrology, herbology, on building structures. And what he did was, he knew that man is going to go astray. So he wrote the Vastu Shastras so that we could build structures to aid in us coming back in alignment with ourselves. So the Vastu structures...
That is incredible. That is so incredible.
The temples that have been built all across ancient cultures, the sole purpose of temples was to help man go back to his true self. It's a reminder. So Vastu was a science was a science that was developed because Kali Yuga was going to happen. And it was created so that man could come back to his true self, and to remind him that he is one. He can be one with his true self, and he is one with with the cosmos. But in case he forgets, we have temples.
So just for our international listeners, I just want to explain quickly. In Indian philosophy, we believe that there are 4 ages. There's the age of truth, there's the age of commerce and business, there's the age of, what's the third one?
Treta Yuga.
Yeah. Dwapara Yuga, right? It's Satyug, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga.
And Kali
Yuga. Yeah. So the 4th age, which is the age that we are currently in, is called Kali Yuga. And Kali Yuga is basically an age of a lot of corruption and disease and illness and, you know, desires and things like that. So things which are tend to get us disconnected, as Ekta was saying. That's right, right?
Yeah, that's totally right. So in fact, like if I have to give an analogy, right? Temples were built like Krishna to an Arjun.
To guide.
To guide you, to help you stay on your path, to do the things that you need to do in this life and do it following your path, not straying away from it. So constantly reminding you, this is your path. This is where
That's
you need
so
to be.
beautiful. That is such a beautiful. This is so different, Ekta, from everything that I have at least experienced in the context of Vastu and how it's applied. I have a question. I think it was Preeti who said, "How do we apply all of this to our homes?"
We're going to definitely come there. Like we've almost reached there. So Mamuni Mayan wrote the Pranava Veda. And this Veda was divided into 4, the Rig, the Sama, the Yajur, and the Atharva Veda. Now the Vedas contain secrets to the how to come into alignment with your true self.
Okay.
Right? So what they identified is when there is a certain beat, so a certain vibration, right, that we're exposed to, then what happens, what happens is we tend to come in alignment with our with the supreme power, right?
Okay.
And so the purpose of Vastu has purely been to bring in alignment the Jivatman, which is the individual soul, and the Paramatman, which is the supreme power.
Okay.
So this science was taken and was applied to 5 arts. And that has been explained in the Vedas.
And that's the evidence, that forms the base of Vastu.
Yes. So this science, Vastu was actually applied not just to homes. Like a lot of people think Vastu is just homes, but there is music, there is poetry, there is sculpture, there is dance, and there's architecture.
Oh, how beautiful! How
Yeah.
beautiful is that? So that's basically you're connecting with a frequency, with a rhythm.
Yes. So there is this beat, right? And when we have this beat that is resonating with us and the supreme, we come in alignment. So the 5 R's actually encompass the oral and the visual, right? So there's an oral beat and there's a visual beat, right? The oral beat is in the music and in the poetry, and the visual beat is there in sculpture and architecture. And dance is a merge of the two.
Oh, that is incredible.
There's music and there's a visual form. So there's a beat that was infused in all these arts in ancient times. So we had all our classical music, classical dance, our ancient structures. They all had a certain beat or a rhythm to it.
And that's resonance, right? When you connect with that, that's resonance.
Yes. So when you are in alignment with your higher self or with the supreme power, there is this sense of peace and knowing and this relaxation that takes over, that you feel in the temples. And the reason why they tell you to spend that kind of time in temples is because you can absorb that energy and come in resonance. It's the reason why when you step into a temple, there's this automatic peace, this wave of peace that hits you, because it is built to this measure or to this beat that is harmonious with us and our vibration as humans and the supreme vibration.
That's incredible. That is really, really incredible, Ekta. What a beautiful explanation of our need to be aligned as well, and our need for resonance, and why we enjoy that connection so much more than not having that connection.
Yeah, so they say architecture is frozen music
Oh.
because it has this beat to it. There is a certain way we go about building these structures.
Hmm.
So, like, if you see all temples across the world have the same
Hmm.
form and shape. Actually, if we can pull up the photos of it so
Yeah.
that we can have everyone
Yeah.
see.
I'll just ask Shilpa, could you share the photos from the second set?
So this is Machu Picchu, and one of the most ancient civilization. They had Aztec and Inca temples as well, which is the next couple of photos. And you'll see they all have very similar styles. And the Harappan civilization also looked pretty much like this. All of them had square or rectangular homes, and
Hmm.
this is a huge reason behind that too. So if you see, all temples have like this cubical structure and then a pyramidal structure as well. So that is the beat and the rhythm. Even the pyramids of Egypt, their pyramids on top, they actually have a cube inside, and that it goes underneath the earth.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is Harappan civilization. You'll see that they have a very similar form and structure. And it's
Hmm.
because they understood this beat and this rhythm that existed in creating divine spaces,
Hmm.
spaces that were in harmony with the earth and with the cosmos. So this
Hmm.
is Brihadishwara temple,
Where is
right?
this, Ekta?
In Tanjore.
Okay.
Yeah. And this
Oh,
is
lovely.
actually Angkor Wat in Cambodia. So you will see that all of
Yeah.
them have like this cubicular sanctum, inner sanctum, and then they have
Hmm.
like a pyramidal structure on top. Like they have different shapes, as in like, different
Yeah.
decorations, but the
Hmm.
form as such is a cube and then a pyramid on top.
That's beautiful. And that's why
This
we're
is
so drawn to
a,
these spaces as well.
this is a Japanese temple. So across all cultures, across time,
Hmm.
they have understood this divine measure, this divine beat, and they have
Hmm.
understood that the way to create heaven on earth is to have the energies of the earth flowing into these spaces harmoniously with the energy of the cosmos as well.
We've got Radhika saying that, seeing them, just seeing them alone creates a sense of peace inside.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So, Ekta, tell us, what is this link between, the energy in our body, in our mind, and our home? How do we apply all of these things, this beat that you talk about? How do we apply it in the context of our lives?
So when we enclose a part of free space, so when we're
Mm-hmm.
building homes, right, when we
Hmm.
use four walls to confine this free space, it starts vibrating with a certain frequency, right? And it almost becomes a living organism,
Okay.
right? Similarly, the earth is confined space and it is vibrating at a certain frequency. And the
Hmm.
energy of the earth is running in a particular pattern. It's running from true north to true south and true east to true west, right? And
Hmm.
when we align our homes on this grid of the earth, there is
Hmm.
a harmonious flow of energy
Okay. That
between,
resonance that we spoke about.
yes, and there is that resonance and then the alignment of the Jivatman and Paramatman. But what a lot of people have not been told is that our personal energies, our body is a confined space, and we're vibrating with a certain frequency that is unique to us, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
That also needs to be taken into account.
So
It's
it ties back, sorry, Ekta, it
yeah,
ties back to that whole concept of what you mentioned at the start, that everything is a container of vastu, of
yes,
energy.
yes,
We are a container as well.
yes.
Okay, okay, okay.
So we're all Vastu and subtle energy.
Hmm.
And because we are contained and confined by our body, we are Vastu. So the energy of the earth
Ah,
is Vastu. The energy of a home is Vastu. And our energies are Vastu,
okay.
right? And when all three are in alignment, the Vastu energy can flow in and contribute to our space.
Ah, okay, okay.
Right?
Okay, now I get it.
Okay. I hope everyone else gets it. I know it's a little difficult. It's just that we're gross energy, and the cosmic energy is the subtle energy, and the subtle energy can contribute to us and is always contributing to us. It contributes to us in a large way when we're all harmoniously aligned.
It's I
Life
would
becomes easy when we are in alignment, and not just with the energies of the earth or anything. If we're just in alignment with ourselves,
hmm,
we can tap into the abundance of the cosmic energy, right?
okay.
So while it is amazing to have a perfect vastu home,
Hmm.
it's and to have it on the grid of the earth and all the energies flowing, uh, we already live in birth spaces. We already are living in homes that we have constructed. We're living in rented spaces. We're going to work in spaces that we have
Yeah,
absolutely no control over,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
right? So what are we supposed to do? Like, and uh, it's we can try it, but it's not going to do anything like breaking walls, putting things in odd positions and hoping for a miracle. Like, what are people supposed to do in already built spaces that are not built to this beat, that is not aligned on the earth, right? So what Vastu consultants tend to do is like, okay, give up hope, like, now you
Hmm.
have to do all these odd things, spend a lot of money. But
Hmm.
if we go back to the fundamental understanding and the meaning of the word Vastu, and Vastu is just energy, and energy can be changed,
Hmm.
right?
Okay.
It is changeable and can change in a nanosecond. And that's where we women come into play. Like, we are amazing creators, especially with our homes, right? We have forgotten that we are Shakti. We
Hmm.
are
That's
the
true.
other half, you know. There's Shiva and there's Shakti, and we are the creative energy. If you see the the image of Shiva and Shakti, Shakti has her leg raised.
Yeah.
So the raised leg actually signifies her will. She wills the universe into creation.
Ah,
Without her creative force, without her will, nothing is possible.
that's incredible.
Yeah.
How
And
remarkable.
what has happened is we women are sitting in our homes, and we think that we are subject to everything that is happening to us, and we have lost that sense of we are Shakti, we are the
Hmm.
creative energy. We can create absolutely any amount of change we desire,
Tell
and
us,
we can.
Ekta, how this happens, because so there are a bunch of questions already. I'll raise one.
Yeah.
Sangeet is asking, energies can be changed, but how? Like, how can it be changed?
It's when we come in alignment with ourselves, we're able to change energy. Now,
So
how do
how
we
do you,
come?
yeah, how
How
do
do
you
we come in
come?
alignment? That's the burning question, right? How
Yeah.
do we come in alignment? So what we have to do is we have to take small steps. As women who are in charge of our homes, we are so aware of the needs of everyone,
Hmm.
right? And we are so aware and present of the energies in our homes.
Hmm.
Now, now we can't control the energies of the earth. We can't
Yeah.
control how the house is placed on the earth. What we can do is control our energies. And in order to come in alignment with ourselves, and in order to bring this change that we seek in our homes, we have to focus. We have to focus. We have to actually take our attention away from things like fear, anxiety, sadness, depression. And we have to cultivate emotions of love, happiness, peace, joy.
Hmm.
And when we do that, what happens is the rhythm of our heart is more uniform. And
Okay.
then there's this sense of peace and well-being that sort of sets in. And we women, like I said, we're Shakti. Where
Hmm.
a man may be the in-breath, a woman is the out-breath. A
Oh.
woman decide what needs to be soaked into the body and what needs to be let out. So when a woman is owns her energies, owns her creative powers, owns the Shakti in her,
Hmm.
right? She sets the tone of the energy of the house. So when she is happy, when she is at peace, when
Hmm.
she has a sense of well being, everything around her is at peace. A man may build a home, or actually, a man just builds a house. A woman makes it a home because she sets the emotions, she infuses her energies.
Hmm.
She's the all-pervading energy in the home, and it's the simple reason why they say a happy wife, happy life, happy wife, happy home. Like, seriously, we are so potent, and we set the energy of everything around us.
So, Ekta, you've actually distilled certain actions that you have to take. You've distilled, certain changes that you have to make in your life and yourself, in your 7 day program.
Program, yeah.
Take us through in terms of what exactly. Everyone's eager to see what will I actually have to do. Do I have to move that chair, or do I have to sit on the chair, or how do I make myself, like, how do I align my energy to that chair's energy?
So I developed a program, 7 days. Each day walks you through different parts of your home and how you can be more in alignment with it,
Okay.
right? So day one is basically assessing the energies of your home.
Hmm.
So now there are some indicators of what the energy in your home might be. How do people feel when they walk in? Are they Are they happy? Do they stay very long, or are they uncomfortable? Do they always want to leave? Like, are your friends always over and enjoying and having a good time? Do you have
Hmm.
more good memories in your home than you have bad ones?
Hmm.
So there are certain energies that are existing, and day one sort of goes through the motions of, okay, these are the energies that are present.
Okay.
Day two is about having an attitude of gratitude. We have taken our homes for granted, And I think that's happening. I think the realization of that has happened a lot in the COVID period, where now we are like, oh my God, my home, right? I'm so happy that I have one. So there are spaces that we are going to go into and cultivate an attitude of gratitude.
Hmm.
And we're going to start being grateful for all the things that we have been provided within our homes, all the things that we have sort of neglected and not recognized the importance of it. And then we move to spaces that have been neglected, felt, sad as a result of not being paid attention to.
Hmm.
And then we acknowledge those areas and we unlock the potency of your home
Okay.
by removing all those stuck energies,
Okay.
right? And sort of going into those experiences that you have had with your home, or the energies that have been creating difficulties in your home, and
Hmm.
sort of pull them out from its root.
Okay.
So that when we do that, what happens is all those energies, negative locked energies, once they're released, then your house can contribute so much more. Because the house, like the earth, is always giving, always
Hmm.
giving,
Hmm.
right? But there are some areas that need to just be unlocked so that you can receive the full potential of the
Hmm.
energy that your house can contribute to you, your life, to your relationships, and to your money flows, and just about everything.
So I have, in fact, I was going to raise this, and then Teresa has already raised this question. She's asking how to get your husband to hear you and respect your interests. She says he completely discounts my interest in metaphysics. How do you how do you do things? These are real, I mean, these are our everyday issues, in the house.
Yes.
It's our issues with our husband, it's our issues with perhaps our children or our parents or in-laws. And they contribute to make us feel, negative inside. They contribute to make us feel annoyed and resentful. And then that, I would presume, creates impacts the home as well, and the
Yeah.
home's energy as well. So how
Yeah.
does this help in such?
So, like I have been saying, the whole science of Vastu has been created so that we come more in alignment with ourselves. And when we do that, everything around us starts working out for us. And it might seem like, my husband is not interested in my interest at the moment. But what
Hmm.
if you just felt so much at peace with everything that you were doing that it didn't affect you,
Hmm.
that he was not interested, right? So when we have energies within us that stick us, we need something that has to come and, like, stick to it like a magnet. So it's like, if
Hmm.
I am unhappy with my husband not being interested in my interests, and if
Hmm.
I'm going to have that vibration
Hmm.
within me, like constantly, pinging, 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 right? It's attracting everything outside of me to come and stick to that,
Hmm.
right? So when we change this frequency, when we're like so much at peace with ourselves, and when we cultivate a sense of well-being within ourselves, which is the whole point of Vastu, right? When we cultivate that sense of well-being, the charge on this drops, and then there's nothing to come stick to it.
Hmm.
And it's it's almost crazy that it's this simple, right? It's Everyone makes it really hard, and everyone said I have the same issue, by the way. My husband is not interested in the stuff that I do, but I'm so happy being me. I'm enjoying being me. And he's an allowance of being me. And what if that was like the greatest contribution that he had to offer me, rather than having the same interests as me and then us, having friction in that area? What if I was just like, wow, this is a contribution that he is just allowing me to be me, and then I can do things my way and have my thing and have fun with that, and he has his thing and he has fun with that, right? And if I'm just an allowance of him being him, who knows? Like today, I think he's on the call. So miracles can happen if I just drop the charge, if I drop the resistance that I have to him not showing interest in the things that I have. I'm more in alignment with me. And then I can infuse that in the energies around me in my home. And then I'm at peace at everything then. If whether my husband is fighting with me, whether my kids are not listening to me, it doesn't affect me. I'm concerned about it, but it doesn't affect me. It doesn't cause me to shift and become frustrated, angry, upset. Right? So we need to cultivate that. We need to cultivate the sense of peace and well-being and love just for ourselves.
Does it also help you, Ekta, when you get into that zone, does it also help you to see the solution, to see how to how to get them to listen to you, or how to get them to respect you?
Yeah, it does. Because when you're operating from a sense of peace and joy, you can create so much more change than when you're angry and upset. If I was angry and upset, I don't think I'd be able to make money. Right? And if a wife is angry and upset with her husband, there's no way he is in the frame of mind to create anything.
Okay.
Right? So in that sense, we women have such an influence that when we are at peace with ourselves and when we are in alignment with ourselves, everything around us changes just like that. It's like magic.
So I'll come back. Preeti's raising another question, but I'll come back to that. We'll just finish. Ekta, just tell us, what are the steps that we go through in order to get in alignment, to get to this point where things start flowing better for us. We have less conflict in the house. We have less, where we start creating positive things, whether it's more money, whether it's more opportunities, whether it's more happiness and peace.
Yeah.
Take us through the remaining steps that you follow. Should we share your program on the screen?
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
I'll just ask Shilpa to share the screen. So you see the steps that actually Ekta takes you through. I'll just, let me check. Amrish has it. Amrish, can you share the screen with the 7 days? Yeah, great.
So I think I covered the first 3.
Yeah.
And then
So I'll just recap quickly, Ekta. So the day 1, you're trying to figure out basically what is currently the energy in your home, right? You're assessing and you're trying to. Your first day is basically getting more aware of what is there. What's the status in your house? Second day, you look at what is working for you in your house, right? So you're looking at spaces that are working for you, that you feel good in, that contribute positive things to you, because this is something that you will tap into later, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then third day is looking at what's possibly not working, and then balancing that, and therefore to see how you can unlock all areas of your home.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
So after we identify all the areas that aren't working and sort of like unblock that energy and have your home contribute to you, what we're going to do is open up a dialogue with your home.
Okay.
Right? And since everything is energy, and where we can actually communicate energetically, with our homes. We can ask our homes what it requires us to do in order for it to contribute more to us. If it requires us to get rid of the junk that we have been collecting, things that are like really old and have stale energies that is not making the home happy, right? Just sort of like move things around, cleanse things on a physical level, right? And on an emotional level also. Maybe the house wants more joy, more laughter, right? And it's tired of everyone fighting because it wants to contribute to more of joy and more of laughter. And what if we just acknowledge that, okay, if we just added a little more joy and laughter in our home would be so happy that it would contribute to us so much more, right? And what happens as a result of this communication is that we co-create our life with our homes. Currently, what has happened is because of COVID, like we women have lost our safe space, our haven, like our me time.
Yeah.
Right? And when our kids used to go to school or our husbands used to go to work or we went to work, we had an outlet. And when we came back home, it was sort of like, yes, okay, now I can deal with everything. Right? And during COVID, what has happened is like we are stuck at home, everyone's stuck at home, and we have not had that release and that unwinding of this energy that like constantly catering to everyone's needs emotionally, physically, cooking for everyone, taking care of everyone. That if we just took out 10 minutes in a day and just spoke to our house and just asked our house to contribute to us, right? It would actually do that. So how to communicate with your home in such a manner that it contributes to more ease, contributes to that unwinding that you used to have, and that was so contributive to you and got you in that space where you could deal with everything. So when we establish this new relationship with the house, it will open up spaces for us that we never knew were possible.
Okay.
And day 5 is what's your address? So our body is our address for this lifetime. It's the address where our soul is residing. Right? So we will look at our bodies also as home for our soul, home for our being, and how we have neglected our bodies, not listened to it, and how we can be more in communion, more at home with our bodies.
Okay. How lovely.
Yeah.
And that's the origin basically of starting to resonate with everything around you, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
what the program is designed such that we go from the outside our physical home inwards, because inward out is kind of harder. Yeah, it's always harder to start with you. So
Yeah.
it's easier and simpler to do physical tasks and deal with physical tangible spaces, and then take baby steps towards coming more in alignment with your body, with your mind. So day 6 is actually talking about the intangible space that we occupy, which is that of our mind. Coming more in alignment with our mind, understanding how our mind and body has been a home to certain thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and how we have been sheltering thoughts that aren't necessarily good guests.
Okay. Okay.
Right? They haven't been
So like a
contributing.
spring cleaning of our thoughts.
Exactly. And also thoughts that are amazing contribution, like wonderful guests who will, or like maids who will help us, with all our work. But we have shut them out. And we have decided that they are not going to contribute. So get out the bad guests, get in the lovely guests, get in the lovely energy into your mind. Throw out those thoughts that have been sheltered for so long that it's making your house weak and crumble. And let in the thoughts that will sort of mend your home and fill it with a sense of joy.
Okay.
Yeah. And day 7 is about the universe, and how we're infinite beings and how the universe is our home. So if I may, I just wanted to share a little bit of this. It's what I studied, and it's the most beautiful thing I have heard, that it has stayed with me, and I tell people this all the time, that the story of the universe is a divine love story. Like before the world was created as we know it, the universe that was created as we know it, it was a field of pure energy. It was just pure energy. Everything was just energy. And the energy had this beat, this throbbing, this potency in it. And it was so in love with its own beauty and perfection and the beautiful things that it could potentially be, that it withdrew within itself and burst forth to create the universe as we know it. So that it could just savor its beauty and perfection. And that's why we have been created, as an extension of that source energy, and it's an extension of that universe. And our life and everything that we create in our life is just for us to savor our own beauty and perfection. And when we go through this course and we come in alignment with ourselves, you will be in awe of your own beauty, your own potency, and your beautiful creation. And that's possible. It's absolutely possible.
I love how, Ekta, you've made it so clear, step by step. You're spring cleaning a physical space, you're spring cleaning your thoughts, you're spring cleaning your energies, and you're making room, and you're also identifying the thoughts and spaces and energies that are working for you, that you can tap into to help you. I love the way you structured this. I know you have exercises that you do at the each day of the program, right?
Yeah.
You take the entire group through that exercise.
Yeah.
And you have an exercise plan for today as well that gives everyone a glimpse of what they can experience, the shift they can experience. Yeah. Should we take everyone through that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Is everyone ready to get a glimpse of this sort of experience of feeling connected to your home and talking to your home?
So if everyone could just find a happy place in their home, a spot that they love, cozying up in or slouching around in, just something that's absolutely like a yummy space for you all.
I know I have a set space. I have my morning cup of tea there. It's right along. It's one of the couches that's right along the veranda, and I have a lot of plants right outside it, and that's where I love having my morning. It's automatically, the first time you told me about this, Ekta, that's the space that came to my mind immediately. It's my happiest spot in the house, and I've noticed that when guests come, I invariably sit there.
Everyone has that one space that just makes them feel more at home.
Yeah. yeah.
So I hope everyone's found that space in their home. And if
I'm
you
going to
like, just
turn
close
off
your
my
eyes.
video so I can, I
Yeah.
know I'm going to close my eyes probably. So
Yeah.
I'm going to turn off my video for this.
So I'd like everybody to close their eyes and just relax. Ask the spot where you're sitting or lying down to make things more comfortable for you. To give you more ease. And just relax. Relax some more. Some more. Some more. Allowing the cosmic energies through your crown, through your body, and down into the earth. Now let in the energies of the earth flow through your feet, through your body, and out your crown. Just relax. Feel the energies all around you, just 2 inches outside your body. Expand your energies out some more in all directions. Two feet all around you. Keep expanding. Slowly fill in the room that you're in. Feel your energies. Reach the edges of the room and fill it up completely. Slowly bring your awareness to the energies in the room, to spaces that feel light and happy, and the spaces feel a little dark or heavy. Bring your attention to all the things that are placed or going on in the areas that feel light and happy, and all the things that are placed that are going on in the areas that feel heavy. Ask the areas that feel light to contribute energy to the area that feels heavy. See the energies move and flow from the lighter spaces to the spaces that feel heavy. Keep flowing energy. Keep flowing energy till you feel the heavy areas become lighter. Ask the energy to dissipate and flow into the earth. Once you feel a lightness in this area, thank the energies for coming into your awareness, and thank them for dissipating. And when you're ready, Slowly open your eyes.
That was lovely, Ekta. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm eager to see how everyone else, what space everyone else connected with. What did they feel? Please do share on the Telegram group, and we'll also take some people on and take talk to them about how they felt. Yeah. And if something came up for you, do share that as well. That was lovely, Ekta. That's as always. I think when you first took me through this exercise, I remember feeling that there's this one it's very clear, the spaces that need attention. It's so clear, the spaces that are actually offering something to me, and that was that outcome. Like, I didn't expect that to happen so straight away, that I would go around my house and I would immediately be able to talk to it and know what it needs and what it can give me and what needs in me it can fulfill. um, Great. People are still, I think, putting in their comments, and we're going to give it a couple of minutes. We'll start raising. Ekta, there are people who've also done this program, and they've seen the shifts. Could you share with us some of those shifts that people have experienced?
Yeah, actually, Shada's on call. If you can bring her on to
Yeah,
share some
yeah,
of the
yeah,
experiences.
absolutely. Shraddha, can you unmute yourself? I'll just take a look.
Hello.
Shraddha, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I hope you can hear me as well.
We can hear you, but I think, could you be a little louder?
Can you hear me now? Am I audible?
It's a little better. Yeah, it's a little better.
Okay, so, or should I just
Can everyone hear Shraddha? Can we just do a quick check?
It's kind of sounding distant.
one?
Yeah.
Am I audible now?
Am I audible now?
Oh, perfect. Yes.
Okay,
Much
great.
better.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so hi everyone. I'm Shraddha, and I took the course with Ekta about 3 months back. She called it high energy homes at that point. So I'd like to just share a couple of experiences I've had with her, and it's been a roller coaster ride for me because of the whole COVID. I'd like to say with this course that we did, the 7-day course, we did expand your energy around your home and identify areas where you feel that you haven't given enough energy to. So that one such area was my dining table in the house. So I got married and shifted to my in-laws' house, and I've not been able to accept this as my home because obviously you miss your own bedroom and your cozy, the environment that you make and you've grown up in. So the one point was, even though my dining table faces a beautiful view, I always felt that the dining table was neglected. And we did shift it after this class, unknowingly, unaware that I could move around furniture. I just asked my husband, let's just shift the dining table and put it in the center of the house near the kitchen. And he was like, okay, let's do it. And it changed the entire energy of my house because everyone came together and started eating their meals on the dining table. Because before we used to always sit on the couch watching TV and we used to eat. And this was such a shift because we all sat as a family every night and every afternoon for our meals, and we used to have such fun conversations and during the whole COVID phase, we were playing games, we were playing cards, playing Monodeal, Scrabble, and I don't know what not. We were just like, it felt like a home. It felt that the energies were being uplifted. So that was the biggest
How wonderful.
way. Yeah, so it's just like a small dining table shift changed the entire energy of the home and made people participate. Like, this is a little personal. Like, me and my father-in-law don't interact too much, but by just shifting a dining table, we started connecting, and we found similar interests that we have, and topics to have conversations on, and it was amazing.
That's fabulous, Shraddha, because I mean, when you're newlywed, settling into the new home, settling in with your in-laws, new relationships,
Correct.
etc. It's quite challenging and it can be daunting as well.
Exactly.
How remarkable that shifting a dining table could bring you close to
Exactly.
them and could help them connect with you, helped you
I
to connect
know.
with them,
Yeah,
and
it was
create such loving
memory.
moments. Yeah.
Exactly. And I never expected it. I mean, I never really thought that at any point of given time we would ever connect to that level, and we did. And
Oh, that's
uh,
fabulous.
my mother-in-law as well did the course with Ekta.
Oh,
And yeah, because she was interested in what I was doing. She's like, okay, let's try it. And we did that. And so there was an unfortunate event that happened, that my father-in-law had a slight cough, and we were like, okay, probably it's just because of the weather, because it's been raining like cats and dogs in this part of the country. And we were like, maybe it's just the weather. And she was like, I think my higher energy that loves me a lot is asking me to shift into the other room and sleep. And she was so casual about it, like, it shouldn't bother anyone that she's shifting away from her husband and sleeping in the other room. And she did it. And we were like, okay, that's a little weird. But she shifted. And the next morning, my father-in-law had a fever. And then we realized that after doing a test, that he has COVID.
oh
And
gosh.
and he's a heart patient who's had 3 attacks before. So he was like a high risk patient. But with consulting Ekta and just getting our energies in place and just centering ourselves, we were so at ease with the whole situation. We were not hyper, not which I usually am. We were quite calm about the whole thing, and we were like, don't worry, the energy in the house is gonna just heal him. The energy in the room is going to like positively contribute towards him and his health. And we never ever expected him to get out of it so easily. In a span of 15 days, he was COVID free. And sitting in a
That's
room alone,
amazing.
sitting in a room alone, a person can go mad. But
Yeah.
he was, and we expected him to like go a little berserk, but he was exactly the opposite. He started meditating and was on call with his friends, joking around, doing some exercise, and we were like, wow, like there's something really
That's
different.
fabulous. How amazing
So
is that?
yeah, so like that energy shift in the room, affected the person in healing as well.
Hmm.
And even for us, like usually any person would panic in the situation.
Yeah.
uh, and we had I had office work, I had the household work, and stress that my father-in-law's in, and so did everyone in the house. And the
Hmm.
energy was so initially it was quite heavy, but
Hmm.
after like a conversation it became so much lighter. And then we couldn't even step out, because you're not allowed to step out of the house, even your family members.
Hmm.
So for Ganpati, we were like, it's a festival that you like to celebrate and get Ganpati home. And instead of doing that, I created a Ganpati with maida and turmeric, and I made a cute Ganesha at home. And it was just a thing that my mother-in-law also encouraged, and she was like, let's do this. Let's change the energy of the house. Let's welcome a little more positivity. And we did that, and it just changed the entire energy of the house in a minute. And that was all because of the constant interaction that I had with Ekta and the guidance that she gave me. Like, you know what, it's okay. It's just a normal flow. Everything will heal. You can just, uplift the energy of the house and vibrate positively so that the person sitting in the room does not feel depressed.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we did, and it was wonderful. So
Thank you so much, Shraddha. That is really, really, really remarkable. I love the way, I mean, the thing about the dining table changing and bringing everybody together. Your father-in-law being able to deal with COVID despite having,
exactly.
health issues, severe health issues,
Mhm.
etc. That's remarkable. All from a
Thank
very
you.
simple exercise.
Yeah, it was such a
Thank you
simple
for doing this.
exercise.
Thank you so much, Shraddha. Thank you.
Most
Um,
welcome. I mean, Ekta was the one who like guided me throughout everything, and it was crazy like how she was willing to be there for me at any point I wanted, and she was very approachable. So that was
Thank
Thank
lovely.
you.
you.
Yes.
Thanks, Shraddha. Ekta, I have a whole bunch of responses that I'm just going to read off from the expansion exercise that you took
Yeah.
everybody through. Bawal says it was a beautiful, serene, peaceful experience, totally immersed in the session. Lighter, loving energies felt within and around in my space. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, dear, for the amazingly beautiful experience. Heartfelt gratitude to you, Ekta, for
Oh my
this
God.
energetic experience. Preeti has a question. In fact, should we take Preeti on?
Yeah, sure.
Because actually, Preeti's question, it's common with somebody else who raised the same question earlier as well. She's
Mhm.
asking, is some clutter in the house, like old gadgets? And obviously, she felt this on during the exercise. She says, old files, old papers, books of my in-laws that can't be cleared from the house. What is the solution? And do they create negative energies? Preeti, you're unmuted now, I think.
Yeah.
Hi,
Hi, Ekta.
Preeti.
Hi, hi.
Hi.
So I want the solution, if you can guide for this.
So these are just old papers or even old gadgets?
Even gadgets, speakers, gadgets, old turntables, I'm not allowed to clear. Whenever I do Diwali clearing, I always ask them, but they don't want to clear it up.
Okay.
Keep it like that. And so I always feel that some negative means old things which are not working also.
Mhm.
So what is the solution?
So one is what you can do is clear that space. I'm not saying clear it out, but you can clean that space. Maybe move the files into newer boxes, right? And rearrange things. And like I mentioned in the exercise, if you're feeling that space or those things are contributing to a heavy energy, ask it to dissipate into the earth. Alternatively, you can even flow energy from the positive areas of your home to that area,
Okay.
and hopefully the energies will get lifted. But ask for those heavy energies to dissipate into the earth. Send that energy into the earth.
Okay. Does the saging help in this all?
Yeah,
Saging
so
the.
you can also form a ritual of your own. I don't have any particular ritual that I follow, but if there is some ritual that you feel will set a tone or bring positive energy into your home, you could do that as well. An agarbatti, sage, if you feel that that will help. Alternatively, what you can do is ask what is required here. What can I do here? How can I shift the energies? How can I place it in a way that would um, bring newer energies? Do I light an agarbatti? Do I light a diya? Do I light some sage. So ask, what does that space require?
Okay, because they are all up on the loft, so things becomes difficult for me to climb and do agarbatti saging. They are in cupboards, but I always feel there's a
Okay.
lot of clutter in my house.
Okay, so what you can do is just, I think during Diwali anyway, cleaning happens, right? So this time, just it doesn't have to be an occasion. If you feel like that's clutter and that's creating some heavy energies, and if cleaning that space will sort of release those energies, you may not be able to throw them, but cleaning them creates space for fresh energies to enter. Keep
Yeah,
doing that, keep doing that. And then even if it's in a loft or whatever, you can always light an agarbatti outside that space.
right.
Yeah, but my
Ekta, does it help?
suggestion, sorry, my go-to
No, go
suggestion
ahead. Go ahead.
is ask the earth to take that energy away from uh,
Any
that space.
affirmations you can share with us? Any
Actually,
affirmations?
there's a gift that everyone's going to receive.
Okay,
It's a 21-day affirmation challenge to change the energies in your home. So it's one affirmation that will be set, that you'll need to say 21 times for 21 days. I've given a printout sheet where you have the affirmation, and you can sit and tick the number of times you have said it in the 21 days.
right.
So that will help shift some energies in your home. And if you can change up the affirmation, if there is a particular space that you want to address, say this loft, you can change the words and use the affirmation for those cluttered spaces or those heavy spaces also.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Preeti.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
We'll take
Thank
on
you, Ekta.
Dipali quickly. Dipali, can you unmute yourself now? I was just going to ask you, Ekta, when you can't get rid of something, like I think Teresa also asked this question about husband collects certain items and she wants to clean it out. She feels that it might be causing negative energy. Is it possible to, take it out, just clean it and put it back in more neatly? Does that also
Yes.
shift energies?
Yes, adding things out, keeping them out in the open for a bit. Like
Hmm.
if there's a lot of papers, just like
Yeah,
sort of laying them out in the sun, just
yeah.
releasing that energy. So the more you
Hmm.
keep things in contact with the earth, so be it on the ground or in the sun,
Hmm.
wherever you allow for dissipation of that stuck energy.
Okay, okay. That's really, really useful. Dipali, you're unmuted. Tell us what
Yeah,
you
hi
felt
Ankita.
during the exercise. I know you mentioned that there was some
Actually,
negativity that came up.
the ex- exercise was very nice. I felt relaxed. Can you hear
Dipali,
me?
can you be a little louder? Your voice is very
Yes,
faint.
yes. Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you
Yes, a
hear
little
me?
better. Yeah, it's a lot better
Okay.
now.
Yeah, I felt relaxed during the exercise. But sometimes it happens that small quarrels take a big turn. Sometimes about children or something. There is which has no meaning, but sometimes we go to a big quarrel. So that is because of negativity or it is a natural thing. I wanted to know.
uh Fights with children.
Yes, Ekta.
Yeah. So what
No, not
happened?
with children, with our body or
Sorry, with your body.
yes, yes,
You mean
Ekta.
quarrels? Or you meant quarrels and
Sometimes
fights?
with a husband. Yeah,
Okay,
with
okay,
arguments sometimes
okay, okay.
or
I
small
think
issues which have no such yeah.
okay. Ekta, I think Diwali means
So
that, sometimes
maybe,
you have fights, minor fights over things that don't actually really matter, but you
yeah,
constantly
quarrels
have
means like,
those.
yeah, arguments.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But we get disturbed due to that. So is
Yeah.
that because of the negativity, or it is a natural thing and we have to take care of us?
I think what one is the current scenario. What has happened is, like I mentioned, we women are stuck at home and we're so energetically aware of everyone's feelings and emotions. What is happening is we're taking it into our body and we're becoming more and more anxious, right? And we're moving more and more away from peace and happiness. And that is creating this energy of tension and argument and fighting for no reason, right? So when we consciously um, remove ourselves from those feelings and emotions, and when we unwind and we um, cultivate feelings of love and happiness, that the reasons and the fights and the arguments will fade away. Right now it's because we haven't been able to release this energy that we're perceiving. Like, we've taken everyone's tension, our kids tension, their studies tension, this uh, future of their careers or their schools, husband sitting at home, money tension, cooking for everyone. We have absorbed all of that into our bodies. And previously, we had an outlet because everyone sort of left and went to work or went to school. And then we had that space to release that anxiety. Now, because everyone is at home and because we love and care for everyone, um, we are absorbing all that emotion. It's not negative emotions, it's not negative energies, it's just that we need to dissipate this and unwind and let it go and do it in a safe way and in a safe space, so that then we don't end up fighting again. So my
Okay.
suggestion
But
would
it doesn't
be,
matter anything. Like,
sorry.
It Dipali is
yeah,
asking if it
yeah,
matters.
continue, please.
If what matters?
Does it matter in our life? No, no. No, you
I was
continue, Ekta, what you were
okay.
telling.
Yeah, so
Please continue.
once we just like I would suggest that take half an hour in a day just for yourself, right? Shut out everyone, shut out everything, no screens, no this thing, or take even 5 minutes, but just enjoy your cup of tea or enjoy reading a book or enjoy something that you like doing. So when you start going more into that space of things that you like doing and things that you find joy in, what will happen is that everything around you will start feeling less intense.
Yes,
So,
very true. Thanks for your explanation.
most welcome.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so
Ekta.
much, Dipali.
You made
Thank
my
you.
doubts clear. Thanks a lot for that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ruchita madam. Thank you so much,
Most
Ekta.
welcome, most welcome. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you,
And
Dipali.
you have solved our many questions. Thank you so much.
I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm so glad.
Ekta, just a quick thing. Preeti shared a beautiful picture in the group. She created it's her space in her bedroom. She created the space to feel positivity in the house.
Mhm.
And she says that I'm trying to create temple energies. I light an agarbatti and diya and candles twice a day. I clear space with sage. Feels like stepping into a temple. As due to the lockdown, we can't go to the temple,
Temple.
and it's
Okay.
created a positive shift in my room and appreciated by my husband and son.
That's
How
amazing.
wonderful! Ekta, I want to share before everyone, before we close, I want to share your package details, etc. You have an amazing offer today. People
Yes.
will be really surprised at how quickly and how inexpensively they can shift their energies in their homes. So I'm going to share my screen. Just 1 second.
I'm so excited about this. It's like this package is perfect for everyone. Like, because we're all stuck in our homes, we can use this 7-day program to just change everything.
There we go. Take us through, Ekta. Take us through what are the benefits that everyone gets and what's included in the program.
Yeah. So the 7-day package actually, once you sign up for it, you will be on a WhatsApp group. So before the program starts, you will get to interact with me and everyone on the group. The 7-day program is 45 minutes long Zoom calls that will include guided meditations like the one that we did today. Today was just a preview, but each day would be a guided meditation on a specific topic for that day. And then I'll open up the floor for question and answers for everyone to share their experiences and ask any questions on how they would like to shift things further or other changes that they experienced. So what they will get as a result of having done this is that they will get clarity on where the energies are at in their home. Are the energies in their home more happy and joyful, or are they a little on the heavier side? And how we can just blast those areas that are not contributing and have a more warm, loving home, and that they can co-create with and change lives and change relationships and everything that comes with it, the money flows, relationship with your body, because we'll be dealing with that as well. So they include simple techniques. One is a guided meditation, post which you will be given exercises that you will need to complete or practice during the day so that you can shift that energy shift that energy more, the change that you experience during the meditation, to expand it further out. You'll be given daily exercises. Yeah. And
can you give an example? Sorry, I was just going to ask you, could you give us an example of the type of exercise? Could you give us an example of an exercise?
Okay,
so we know how easy it is to do.
So when we're talking about bodies, for example, when we're talking about a body being a home, a lot of us forget to moisturize, right? We forget to take
Guilty.
we forget to take long showers because we're like always in a hurry. We're like, okay, quick 5-minute bath and then run to, attend to the kids, to the housework, or to whoever, right? So the exercises will be as simple as just enjoying your daily activities, savoring it, and just being an invitation of more joy and happiness when you're in alignment with you.
Great. Please go on. Please can continue.
So these exercises are super simple. Like the guided meditations can be replicated across anything and everything. So it can be replicated across your home, which we will be doing. But if you have a holiday home, it can be done with that. If you have your parents' house in another city, you could do that from a distance. You don't have to be there in that physical space. Although the physical exercises that you will be doing will not apply, but the same concept can be used in spaces that are not, that you're not living in, right?
Okay.
You can do it in offices. You can do it in your car. You can just do it absolutely anywhere, right? All you have to do is just close your eyes and you will sense the energies, right? And then the tips and tricks that you will learn during the program can be applied in those spaces.
Great, great. Thank you. We're going to share how much how much usually this costs.
9,500.
And today you're offering it at
333 with an amazing bonus. Amazing bonus. I will be offering a dream home activation energetic meditation.
that's
Yes.
okay.
So
We'll just
I'm including this because I think now that everyone has been home long enough, they know what they desire in their dream home. They have some sense of how different they want it to be. But and women are amazing. We women are just so amazing at getting the energy of what we'd like to feel in our dream home. But a lot of times we leave out the specifics, the practical stuff. Where does it need to be? How many bedrooms? Does it need to be in a gated community? Does it have to be in an apartment complex? So we will get into the nitty-gritties of it. We will do a 45-minute guided meditation to get clarity on the energetics and where you'd like your dream home to be in terms of location, space, how big, what are the features of it. And I will be providing a worksheet at the end of it so that you can have that. Once you've done the creative visualization of your dream home, you can put it down on paper and have the energy and the practical aspects when you go house hunting.
how fabulous. I'm going to do this because I'm moving next month. So I'm going to do this before I move.
Yeah, I know you're moving to Goa, right? That's awesome.
So I definitely want to move to a to a dream home. So that's fantastic. And
Maybe a beachfront house.
yes. With a garden and everything. So yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
Ekta, you're offering this at 3333. That's including the dream home manifestation.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Yes, it's an absolute steal. Like, imagine sitting in your home, feeling loved by your home, feeling absolute love for yourself, and changing things around you while being in that space, like as if by magic.
That's brilliant. So it's a full 7-day program plus the dream home activation. That's absolutely fabulous. You also have a second package, right? I'm going to
Yes.
just move to that.
This package is extra cool because it's extra reasonable and you'll get a 30-minute one-on-one session with me, right? So everything that we have dealt with on the call plus the one-on-one attention. So if you need me to come in and help you cleanse your home, I will do an energetic cleanse. If you're not able to get your home on rent, if you're not able to sell your home, you're not getting a good price, if you have land that you'd like to own, how to invite that land into your life, if you want to sell land. So anything to do with home, land, I'm your go-to person. Shift the negative energies, sell that flat, shift, like having trouble with paperwork with a particular piece of land. how to clear that up. So I will be using verbal clearings by Access Consciousness, which is another modality that I practice, to help you clear the stuck energies. And I will be also offering something that's called body whispering, which is another modality that I'm practicing for cleansing the energies of your home, because your home is again like a body that contains you and your family. So yes, that's the cool thing, that you're getting at a low price of 4,400.
That's 66% off, my goodness. And this is for the
Yes.
first 10 buyers. So, as always, these amazing prices are first for the first 10 buyers. So, we encourage you to get in there quickly. Ekta revealed these prices to me earlier. And I told her, my goodness, Ekta, this is like, I spend about 3,500 or 4,000 rupees when I go to a salon to, like, revamp my, like, just for grooming, like a manicure or pedicure. You got your grooming services, and it costs this much. I can't imagine paying the same amount for such a huge change in my space, in my home, in myself. To be able to do that in the same amount and to reap the benefits. My manicure gets over, like
Yeah,
manicure
exactly.
and grooming done, and I have to go back again in 3 weeks.
Exactly. So it's this continuous process of gifting. Like your house will keep gifting to you, and it
Yeah.
wants to do nothing but gift to you and take care of you. And all you have to do is just open up that space with your house, have that dialogue, and with this program you will get there. You will sit like a queen in your own house, and work will get done. Relationships will be better. There will be so much ease that you will feel like you're having a day at the spa every single day.
That is fabulous. And to be able to do that for just 4,400, that's 69 US dollars. That is incredible. That is really
Absolutely
incredible.
incredible. I'm so excited for everyone to have this. This is, it's like the pill that everyone needs during COVID to change everything that's, got locked up in terms of
That's
energy
true.
in your homes. How do you just release all of that? All the fear, the anxiety, the upset.
That's true. So it's quite amazing, Ekta, that if I close my eyes, and I know you've taught me this trick now, to close my eyes and ask my house, what does it want? It wants to do this exercise with me. It wants to, it's telling me that yes, take this package, do this whole exercise properly with me.
Totally grab it, especially like the first time buyers. You'll get an absolutely fabulous price. So this is one way to just take your relationship, your own energies, and your relationship with your home to a whole new level, such that it's contributing to your life and to your future. It's not just today, it's not just during COVID. This exercise is valid for the rest of your life and for every space you decide to live in, every space you decide to contribute to, and how you can have it contribute back to your life.
It's a fabulous. I love package B, Ekta. I'm veering towards package B because I know that I can go through the whole process. I can do the whole dream home activation. Plus, I get that 30-minute interaction with you,
Yeah,
one-on-one to resolve other issues that could be still existing.
yeah.
Um, this is fantastic.
So, by the way, the consult not only just involves the, problems that you have at your home, but also relationship problems. I'm there for you for those money problems. How to get your house to contribute to more money for you. How to have your house contribute to more ease in relationships, in your relationships. And it's not just your home, how you can have ease, how your body can have ease also. the house is just a bonus. The house just then becomes your best friend who you can talk to and be like, house, I just need some help with this. You know, is there a way that my hubby and I can be in the same room and he enjoy my interest for half an hour so that we can have fun?
That's right.
So yeah, I will definitely provide consultation in other areas as well. Um, the the theme of the whole program is your home, but anywhere else you need help, I'm there for you. I'm your person.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Ekta. I have a couple of questions. I think Preeti is asking, what about redevelopment? Can that be manifested and done within a fixed period?
Redevelopment of is something
Preeti,
being
could you
torn
explain
down and
that a
redeveloped.
little bit? We could just
Yeah.
gonna unmute. Okay, well, Preeti, I've asked to unmute. Could you just check? You can unmute yourself. I'll also remind everyone that Ekta is going to be available all through on Telegram to answer any other questions that you may have. The links to buy the packages are, of course, on your screen on the Zoom chat as well as on Telegram. And you can check with Preeti. So you can check with Ekta on any questions that you have, any specific questions that you have, any specific issues that you have that you want your house to help you resolve. Just talk to her on Telegram on the same group. She's going to be around all through today and tomorrow.
Yes.
So I think we can't. I can't seem to be able to unmute Preeti, but maybe she means redevelopment in terms of like renovation of a house, perhaps.
Yeah, so if there is something that is blocking the process in happening smoothly, or there are some legal issues, or there's some construction worker issues or whatever,
Yeah.
so we can actually deal with that and see how we can bring in more ease in that area. So one-on-one consultation is great for that, to identify what areas aren't working out. Right. The 7-day program will open that up.
What's causing?
Yeah, the 7-day program will create the awareness of it, and I'd be happy to jump in and help pull things out from the root and sort of like clear that energetically.
Great. Thank you so much, Ekta. We're going to close here today. Any further questions we're going to take on the Telegram group. Thank you so much for sharing these beautiful concepts, Ekta. Just such an amazing way to look at our homes, to look at how our homes can contribute. It's really something that we didn't think that we always work for our home, in the sense that we earn to buy things and to decorate it, etc. But we don't look at how our home can contribute to us.
Yeah.
So this is incredible.
In fact, we spend a lot of time maintaining our homes and not realizing that when we're not in our homes, actually our homes sustain themselves. They don't crumble to pieces because we're not there. So they have an energy of their own that keeps them maintained and sustained. And how we can just tap into all of that and have it contribute to us in a much larger way than we have currently been doing.
I was just thinking, in fact, that it's remarkable. We spend in India, we spend like what, more than 1 crore at least at times to buy a home. We spend 65 lakhs, 75 lakhs, and that's the equivalent of like hundreds of thousands of dollars you're spending on buying a home, building it, furnishing it, doing all the interiors, etc. and I'm investing just 3,333 to be able to harness the power of that home, that asset, that
Exactly,
massive asset that I have
exactly.
bought.
So you can even ask. So I I have heard of people who have walked into homes, loved the energy, and just asked how home, tell me how I can own you or how you can own me, because it's like
Mhm.
energetically the house owns you, and people have
Yeah.
found the money for it in ways that they haven't dreamt of.
Hmm.
You can actually ask the house to contribute to your life so that you can own it rather
Yeah.
than taking a loan from the bank and spending 30 years paying it off. You can
So,
unlock that
Ekta, I'm going to
energy
go.
with you, with new spaces also.
I
Yeah.
was just going to say,
Yeah.
I was just going to say that I'm going to today. I'm going to go access consciousness on you, and say that I think the question that everyone should ask is, what would it take to pay just 3,333 or 4,400 to change the energy of this house that you live in?
Yes. Yes. That's definitely one question they should be asking. And how much ease that would create in their life if they just choose this.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous. We'll leave everyone with that. Thank you so much, Ekta. It was lovely to
Thank
talk
you
to you
so
as
much,
always.
Ruchira. Thank you.
And we'll meet everyone again day
On
after
the Telegram
tomorrow
group.
and on Telegram.
Yeah.
All righty. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Bye. Good night. Thank you.
Bye.